Hi, Good Inside and Dr. Becky. My name is Zakia, and it is such an honor. So many things are such an honor. The fact that you guys are doing this work, the fact that I've been doing this work, the fact that we are alive at this time, the fact that I'm alive at the same time that Good Inside um, is exists and is thriving, and just to find this work being done in the world. I mean, there's really nothing and no one that I would rather work with. So when I came across the listing for your community manager, the first thing that I thought after I read it was that I'd never found a job that was made for me, at least at this time in my life. And a job that was made for me at this moment in my life. And I don't know if it would be made for me at a different moment in my life, perhaps because it seems like I just naturally really gravitate towards people. People have always had a really profound influence on me. And so when I was reading the description, my heart just I just remember just feeling so warm. And it's really not it's not about the job. It's just that this work it's the closest thing to my heart that exists. And I've been doing it for a little over 10 years now, just helping kids and just really, I think at the root of it, I'm just trying to alleviate their suffering. And if there's a chance that they suffer just a little bit less than I did, then it's worth it for me. And that's really, my entire life is just a dedication, and a tribute to that. So I'm sure so many of you relate watching this, feeling alone as a little girl or boy, or lost and confused, or just feeling things that you didn't understand and having to be in situations that you really couldn't connect the dots in. And life is so beautiful and so gorgeous in the sense that we have the opportunity in life to heal. And once we do that, the opportunity then to give in the ways that we so very intensely struggled. And my life has become that. And I'm really just so honored and so blessed to be alive, to witness such tremendous change and growth and healing in myself that I never even imagined was possible, in this body, in this lifetime. To witness the ways in which I've grown is just really, it's far beyond a miracle or anything that words can describe. And I've been teaching kids online for the last 10 years, and in just the ways that I think I really struggled in my own life, starting as a child and even into my adulthood. And it's so beautiful, in the fact that there was a way that, there was something that we didn't get. And because we didn't get it, it's almost like we became so strong in it that maybe even stronger than the people around us, and so strong to the point where we get to give it and teach it and be it in the world. And then there's another part perhaps that still wishes that it could save that little girl that felt lost and alone and didn't have the help she needed to process her experiences and her emotions and the behavior that she experienced in her relationships. And so life is just this really beautiful mystery. And so this is, in my personal life, I pretty much this work has been a huge, I mean, it's been my entire personal life for maybe half my life at least so far. And professionally, at the same time that I started working on this work personally, an opportunity came to my door to work with children. And I had never entertained working with kids before that. I never entertained being a teacher. And I almost thought I was too good to work at a daycare when that first opportunity showed up at my door. But I took it. And the first day that I was on that job, something in me knew instantly that kids were going to be a part of my life in some capacity forever. And before that, I had never even entertained working with them. And it was literally on that first day on that job that my brain just started collecting data on all the interactions that I would get to witness between every single parent and child at the daycare, and when they would pick them up and drop them off, and I would just start noticing how this parent spoke to their child and that child behaved and performed academically and played in the playground, and then how that, this other parent spoke to their child and how that child behaved and was with his and got along with his peers, or did academically. And it was so fascinating that I didn't even understand that my brain was doing this, but there was just this curiosity for the way that we interact with our children and how that affects their behavior and who they are and how they learn. And it just started an unexplainable journey and fascination and curiosity and thinking about this connection. And that was a little over 10 years ago. And since then, I've been teaching online, and I've just gotten to meet, I've just had the enormous blessing. I don't have the words to explain it, but to meet thousands of kids around the world, and then to have relationships with their parents, which really, I mean, I make a joke that if there are kids at a party, then you'll find me with them. Kids are my absolute favorite people in the world, and parents are my second favorite. And so to be able to serve both it's been a dream come true. And I hope to continue that dream with you. I can't imagine anyone else that I would rather contribute my effort and invest my time and energy and thought into or with. And Good Insights mission is just so aligned, I mean, with my life's work. Everything that I've heard since the first time, everything that I've consumed since the first podcast episode at the beginning of the pandemic, everything just confirmed my own experience. And up until that point, I mean, I had been consuming parenting material and content for, since the time I started working with kids. And so or even a little bit before that, over 10 years. And, but when I heard Dr. Becky, when I heard you, I often wonder about how when I come across a unique expression in the world, what it took for that expression to manifest, what it took for that person to manifest that expression, what that journey was like. And when I hear you, I know that no one else sounds like you. And I know that you are the expression of your life and your being and your purpose in this world. And it's such a gift. It's such a gift, not only, the specific work, but it's also a gift of that your expression exists, that your unique expression exists. And I remember just hearing you speak and just thinking to myself, I've never heard anything like this, but this is what I've been looking for. This is what I've been looking for my entire life. And for many years up until that point, I would consume so much stuff. I mean, I really loved and, would follow stuff by Dan Siegel and Dr. Laura Markham. But when I heard you speak, it was with the clarity that I hadn't heard before. And with new words put to new things to understand, things that I had experienced countless times perhaps with kids up until that point, but here was somebody actually speaking about those concepts, those very same things, and the array, and not just the depth to which you speak, but the array of everything that you cover. I have never heard it, and I don't know if it has existed up until this point. And so I thank you so much for this expression, because it has, just so much about it has changed my life, and is really what I was looking for to confirm my own experience. And when I think about who I want to study under, or who could really help me carry out the work of my life, and to help me grow in the ways that would really benefit me and benefit this world and benefit my work, it is really you, Dr. Becky. And so I would take any opportunity to be in the same room as you. I would take any opportunity to participate or just hear any conversation that you're involved in, or any conversation about this work. And it's really such an honor and a privilege. And I don't think I can find the words to really convey that. But I joined the community at the beginning of the subscriptions introduction, so you might remember me. I really I just remember enjoying it so much, and feeling so at home. And I really especially enjoyed the live events and recapping them, because I would really enjoy if if I read a recap of an event that I couldn't make. And sometimes summarizing or just talking about things after the event really help it to like hit home and confirm what we learned or experienced during the event. And so and really helps us to take it away. And so I love that so much. And I remember just how happy, it just like almost elated, a feeling of elation probably, that I would experience when new members would join, and they would say, they would post that they just joined, and I just, it just felt like home to me. And it was just almost like a new, a new person joining, somebody joining our community. Just felt like, it's difficult to find the words, and I can't really even understand fully why I felt that way, because, and maybe it is because this work is the closest thing to my heart that exists, but it just felt so natural. And I've met so many people in the community, and just enjoyed having conversations with them and reading their posts and learning about their stories, and just so curious about children's behavior. So when I would read or find posts about describing a child's behavior, it just really it's something that I'm always interested in, because I feel like I want to learn as many perspectives. I want to learn as much as I can about child behavior, so I can know how to help children, so I can know what parents are struggling with, and so I can know how parents think, and so that I can know how to help. And the library, and so reading the post was a really wonderful resource for me. And the library was also such a, it was truly my happy place. Just the potential and um, all the things that, were waiting to be learned there just really, really excited me. And I remember spending a lot of time there when I wasn't in the community, reading posts or talking to people or commenting. I was in the library, and I especially loved when I would find posts in the community where a parent asked a question and then someone commented with a link to something in the library that they might, that the parent might find beneficial. And I would so love to do that. I want to learn as much as I can. I want to consume as much content as I can. I would love to do that even without having, even aside from, linking the parents to it. But the fact that I get to do both, or that I would be able to do both, is everything about this position just seems like it's made for me. It just seems like it's, all of it is just, it just hits home. And so I'm really looking forward to this opportunity. And I really feel that I think one of the most beautiful things that I've experienced in my life is being seen, because I know what it's like to not be seen. And I know what it's like to feel alone, as I'm sure so many of us, maybe all of us, do. And I know that we're all good no matter what. And I know we're all just doing the best we can. And I would love nothing more than to spend my time, than to see this community grow, because it just means that my favorite people in the world, kids, have greater hope in their life for just a drop less of suffering, a drop less of feeling alone, a drop less of confusion, a drop less of feeling hurt and pain that they're not able to process or understand or heal right away. And that, for me, even just that little bit of possibility, that is worth dedicating this entire life to. And my life is just a tribute to alleviating the suffering of children. And I'm no more, I would not be honored to do it with anyone more than with you. And so I hope this finds you well, and thank you so much for taking the time to listen and be here with me. It's really difficult to find the words for any of this. And my life has literally, I can't really believe my career so far, and the thousands and thousands of kids that have flooded my life, and the relationships, the hundreds of relationships that I've had with parents around the globe. I just, I can't believe my life, and I don't know where it will go from here or what direction it will take. But I feel like I'm so tremendously lucky and tremendously blessed, because whatever I've experienced so far, I could die okay, I could die happy. But whatever time I do have, I'm just thinking of how I can continue to serve and continue to serve in a greater and greater way, on a greater level, to have an impact that reaches the most amount of children and parents in the world, really, so that every single child or parent that needs help, the help that we offer, that they get it, and that's it. That they get the help that they're looking for, that they get the help that they need. And that's what this life is for me. And I'm so grateful that you guys are doing this work. Again, I really can't explain, but thank you so much for your time, and thank you just for this work. I love you, and I look forward to the future together in one way or another. I look forward to working closely together. I love you. Take care.